important we consider AI in the workplace. Like, it's just common now. It's here. It's not going anywhere. If anything, it's going to be rapidly advancing and accelerating, and the way we use it is going to change. I think right now, the way we think about it should be as a strategic thought partner. And so when I say AI, I'll be very specific. What I mean is like ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or some of these tools that can help you think through challenges, problems, projects. They shouldn't necessarily be doing everything. You are the conductor that is driving where the information is going to be coming from and what type of information you need, and then strategizing on what are you going to do with the information once you get it, right? So as the human component, you are the strategy engine behind using AI. So I like thinking of it as a strategic thought partner. Okay, so that is the perception and the perspective we should have as we consider partnering with AI. How we can actually go use it in the job hunt process, the use cases are almost limitless. But here's a few things that I like helping people with. I think the research phase, if you can go and develop a series of really good questions and feed that to AI about a specific company, it can do a pretty good job of giving you high-level information with answers to those questions. For example, if you were to ask AI, hey, can you give me in 2 to 3 sentences, what is the major problem this company solves for its customers? I would argue with you that it could probably do a decent job of that. You might need to refine it. It might need to ask another question to make sure that it's accurate, up to date, and so on. But it can get you started down the right track as you're beginning to do research, as you're beginning to learn a little bit more about these companies, okay? In the network phase, what's important is, I think it's really important that you find a way to get an AI note taker in these meetings that you're having, all these future peer and future colleague meetings, and getting it to capture all the data, all the information, all the conversations. It's going to transcribe all that information, and you're going to start to build a pretty robust and comprehensive library of discussions, right? Ultimately, what we're going to do is we're going to take all those discussions and we're going to feed them into an AI model, and we're going to ask AI some really good questions. We're going to ask AI for trends that AI might have seen across all these discussions. And then here's a prompt I really like that I literally use at almost the end of every single AI prompt, which is this. Give me 6 non-obvious insights of things I should be thinking about that I'm likely not thinking about that will help me with this task, with this problem, understanding this perspective, whatever. But what are the things I'm missing, essentially, is the question, right? And typically, it's the most powerful part of the response that I get. The non-obvious insights, the things you should be thinking about that you're likely not thinking about, is a really powerful way to use AI, not just throughout the job hunt process, but just once you get the job as an account executive, it can be super helpful. So to take that a step further, we're now in the interview process. We've got all these discussions, we've got all this research. We've started to ask AI some really good questions related to the discussions, related to the research. And now we can start asking, okay, if you were to prepare for an interview with Zach, knowing that I talked to Emily, John, and Jacob, and they gave me this information about Zach in our networking discussions, and knowing where the company's at from the research perspective, right? What are some things you would be preparing for in a discussion with Zach? What are some things I should be thinking about that I'm likely not thinking about? What are some things maybe I should avoid discussing? What do you suspect are Zach's second or third degree problems? That is to say, the problems behind the problems that Zach's trying to solve. And how should I communicate that I could be a good solution for those problems? So you can get pretty descriptive with AI. And for the most part, it's going to offer some decent insights and some decent advice. What I warn you, though, is don't just take everything AI gives you and run with it. I think there needs to be a human in the loop. You need to be able to edit what it's giving you and have the wisdom to know what is good, what's better, and what's best, right? That's where we differentiate from these AI models. It can help get us started, but we have to kind of finish the job, apply a little polish to the proposals, apply some polish to the answers to our questions and interviews, and then it's on us to go execute. But AI can certainly be helpful along the way.